Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsyreplays. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about something very exciting in the world of tanks, Blitz world. So, Wargaming streamed the other week, and in that stream, they teased something that's going to be happening fairly soon. I don't know how soon, but those of you that have been around for a while, now we are going to get into let's just watch this Cobra replay, because there's a reason why we're going to watch this Cobra reason later on. So those of you that have been around, many players want certain things in the game, like they want, you know, marks of excellence. They want tanks to be able to roll over, you know, things like that. There are a lot of things that players want that World of Tanks Blitz just can't do, and ultimately that is down to the game engine that the game runs on. It's very old, and there are a few rumours, well, not rumours, I'd say it's actually fact, that when creating the game, obviously they got this engine, blah blah blah, and whatever they done, I don't know how the actual story goes, but it's basically the people who created the engine for the game is no longer there, and there are Wargaming employees that don't actually know how to remove the engine, or they don't know how to edit, or something along the lines of that. So basically what that means is whenever there's an issue, we got told years ago, and I mean years ago, it might have even changed by then, but whenever there is like a bug, if there's a bug in the game, they couldn't actually remove the bug, like, because they just didn't know how to, because of the engine and all that. So what they basically did is bury it. They basically buried the bug, so we don't see it. We think the bug's gone, but ultimately it is kind of still there. And that's why a lot of things Wargaming had to do, you know, update 5.5, where they had to remove a load of tanks, because the game it wasn't suitable. The size of the game for what they wanted, it was just not suitable for what they needed. So they removed a load of tanks, and it's the same when it comes to things like marks of excellence. Now, it doesn't, for the general player, the average kind of player, it's simple, isn't it? Just to add marks on their gun. But actually it is very difficult for Wargaming to do that, and if they'd done that, it would literally break the game. Everyone would just keep freezing, they would glitch, and the engine would just not hold things like marks of excellence. So yeah, that's why Wargaming have never actually added things like marks of excellence. And there's a few other things, you know, tanks rolling over it and stuff like that we'd never be able to do. And also the weather conditions. The weather conditions, we see, there was a rumor a while ago, Wargaming posted something that there was going to be rain or snow or something like that. You know, but it's never happened. And there's also a few things that Wargaming had to remove, i.e. maps. There's two maps Wargaming removed a while ago. Mirage and Lost Temple. Lost Temple, one of my favourite maps in the game. They removed it completely, and they've never bring it back. But what we're actually here to speak about is the new engine coming in Blitz. Unreal Engine. Yes, it is coming. Wargaming are working on it actively. So over the next few updates, I don't know how long it's going to be. They didn't tell us exactly when it's going to come in, but over the next few updates at least, you may not see certain changes that you want. They may not be big changes. They might only be little changes over the next sort of, I'd say, year. You might get a new line or something like that, but they won't be absolutely massive changes, because Wargaming are using all their resources in this Unreal Engine 5. So that is coming, which is going to be an amazing thing. Obviously, due to Wargaming having to change their engine, there are, of course, going to be some devices that would not be able to run the engine. So those of you that with old devices may actually not be able to play the game anymore on that device. But of course, Wargaming will announce this closer to the time. But with Wargaming changing their engine, what does that mean? What does that mean for us? Now, of course, when we was at Tankfest, a lot of questions. We had a Q&A with Wargaming, and a lot of questions were about the Unreal Engine. What are we gonna have? What's gonna change? And things like the maps like not Dead Rail, the maps like Lost Temple and Mirage, once this new engine is in place, we may see that the maps coming back, which is a good thing, which is a really good thing, because of course we want to see these maps. We don't want to see Wargaming having to get rid of certain maps and you know, just because they can't run them anymore. So that is a good thing. What we're not going to see now, with the new engine, people are going to expect everything. They're going to expect, oh, we want this, we want that, we want this, we want that. Of course, when the engine is first released, Wargaming told us in this Q&A, don't expect anything straight away. Honestly, they need to work with the engine for a bit. So don't expect too much straight away. Are we going to have things like Marks of Excellence? Probably not. Probably not. But we are going to have something very, very similar to Marks of Excellence. Now, that's all I can really say about that. In the future, maybe we could have Marks of Excellence, of course. But also there are going to be better things, obviously better graphics. We're going to have a lot better graphics. We're going to have weather conditions. We might have because Wargaming have said that they'll finally be able to do the weather conditions. So we will have that eventually. Don't expect this straight away. And that Wargaming just kept saying that to us. Like, just because we're getting the new engine, really do not expect the world to change straight away, because it just won't happen. At the minute, yes, we are actively working with Unreal Engine, and the best thing is when it is ready, Wargaming will release an update. They will release an open test so people can test the Unreal Engine, as you do now with open test, where you test the next update. People will be able to test the Unreal Engine version. So it's exciting stuff. It is exciting stuff. I still don't think that we're ever really going to see tanks rolling over. But who knows? With the new engine, of course, that is something that Wargaming may be able to do. With the weather conditions, with the Marks of Excellence, they may be able to do that. But I would not expect anything like that to happen anytime soon. Again, I don't know how long it will be until the Unreal Engine 5 is released, but they are actively working on it, and I don't think it will be too much longer. I don't know how long that is. They didn't give us a date. They didn't even give us a time frame. But yeah, it's going to happen. It will happen very soon, hopefully, and we will start to see changes. We will start to see, when that is released, we upgraded graphics, of course, with the maps, with the tanks. We may start to see the weather conditions. I think that will be first on their list to do, I believe. I don't know. I'm just guessing. And of course, we will start to see other things that people want in the game currently, but they just can't run it on the engine that they currently have. So of course we will start to see changes for the good happening in World of Tanks Blitz. Let's hope it's not too much longer. But as I said, and as I will keep saying, just don't expect anything to happen soon, but it will happen. So basically, while we watch, that is the end of that. That's the end of the video. So if you want to leave, feel free. Thank you for joining. But also, while we was at Wargaming kindly gave us some bonus code, as you've probably seen some of the other YouTubers post. So I'm going to do a little giveaway for you guys that have stayed till the end, because not many people do. So those of you that have stayed till the end, you do have a chance of winning a tank. Now, if you do have one of these tanks, please don't enter, because you don't get anything really as compensation for owning the tank. So I've got 3 tanks to give away. You can apply for all 3 if you want. It's, you know, it's nothing special giveaway, but I would love for you all to be subscribed to the channel. I want to make a comeback in Blitz, and I really do. I want to start streaming again. I am going to sort of maybe start scheduling in the next couple of months. I did do a voting system on my community page, saying that if I do get to 100,000 likes on that, or upvotes, I will start streaming again, and I will promise to keep on streaming because it is something I miss doing. It is something I want to do, and even my wife is telling me, why don't you just go and stream? Simply at the minute, I don't stream because of time, you know, because I'm working a lot. I leave my house at 6:30 in the morning and I'm not home until 9 o'clock at night. So I just want to get to bed, but that will change soon. My hours are I'm dropping my hours. So I might be able to, well, I will be able to spend a little bit more time streaming again. So I can't wait for that. I will start streaming again. But, so yeah, I've got 3 tanks to give away. I've got a Cromwell B, I've got a Cobra, and the special one, I've got a Super Conqueror. How do you enter it? Well, because it is a bonus code, I need to give you it directly, or I need to give you it in private message or anything like that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take off Discord because not everybody uses Discord. So what I want to keep it all in the same place. So my email, meadsyreplays@hotmail.com. meadsyreplays@hotmail.com. Let me know in an email what tank you want, and I can't give everybody a tank, but I'll randomly pick 3 people, and one of you will get the Super Conqueror, one of you will get a Cobra, and one of you will get a Cromwell B. I do have a couple. I've only got 1 Super Conqueror, but I do have a couple of Cobras, and I do have a couple of Cromwell Bs. So in the future videos, the next video I'll probably do on Discord, obviously minus the Super Conqueror. But yeah, that is it. Email meadsyreplays@hotmail.com and let me know. You don't have to let me know anything else. All I really want you to do is make sure you're subscribed to the channel because it really does help me out. And just email me what tank you want. I don't need your in-game name, and then randomly I will choose an email. I'll just run down the list up and down and randomly pick, and I will email you back with a picture of with the code. It doesn't matter what server you're on. So good luck. Thank you for those that have stayed till the end. Not many people do, so you're in with a big chance. I'm not announcing the giveaways. So yeah, but Unreal Engine 5 is coming to Blitz. No matter what happens, it is definitely coming. Hopefully we see it soon, and honestly, I really can't wait. Let me know what you think of Unreal Engine 5 coming to what Blitz in the comments below. But for now, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm meadsy69, and I will catch you all soon. Bye-bye.